Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Victorious Here's the Tukulor Empire. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So, we're just about to attack Sokoto. Oyo will help us out. Benin will not, unfortunately. But again, I think our troops are just better than theirs are. There's 16 brigades. We have 14, but including these 10, it's 24 against 12. And also there's this guy over here, but he literally has no troops, so I'm not too worried about that. So declare a war, acquire a core, Hostland. Oyo would say yes. I don't know if Oyo has any more territory over here, but... Okay, Oyo has joined. So now the AI is going to try to focus on doing many different things at the same time. Our men just... Okay, it looks like we just actually wiped the floor with them, which I think is pretty decent. If we can actually... I was going to say, if we can just kill all of them, that would be great as well. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to take over another state. We would need to drop our points down to 14. So the only way that would be possible is just to sit here and occupy this territory forever. This 124 Sokoto troops is pretty scary. And we'll have to reinforce that, I think, afterwards. Yeah, you're going to here now. But they are scared of me attacking them. Okay, so they're crossing a river. Pretty even losses right now, but if I send in my reinforcements, 0.9, the victory barely was ours. They might have the, And see, that's the thing, I don't know what focus they have. Military attack, army attack 1, so actually they might have regulars. Yeah, no, they do have some infantry, so I'm assuming that they were probably stronger than I thought they were going to be. They're now going to Yola. We'll follow them. Don't want to be sending the same province as... never mind. I thought I was sending the same province as my allies were, but that's not the case whatsoever. So you guys go up to Kano. They have sieged down 2 of my provinces. You know, you all just sit here for right now. Oyo actually has been like the saving grace here, I will admit. Calabar wants an alliance. Sure, why not? By the way, I'm not helping any of you guys against like European powers, just so you know. Acquire state. It's 11. It's too expensive. So I'm going to take this territory. They will still have 2 states, so you know they are still going to be ripe for the future pickings. Send our troops in this territory. Only 2 of these areas were cores. But that's fine. Sokoto, more or less, doesn't have an army anymore. And yeah, everybody wants to be my friend. I wonder why that would be. And yeah, it looks like we took a decent amount of points off of them as well, because we're already at 12,000. So we need to get another 700 points. Which shouldn't be too difficult under our current situation where we're getting 4.8. Why? We were getting like 5 before. Actually, I have no idea. Okay. Well, do we have another? Eastern Mali has 1.9% intellectuals. Outer Hostland only is 7%. So let's increase our literacy there. Also, we had to wait for our troops to reinforce themselves because they definitely were in some, you know, bad situations, I would say. Education, everything, education and administration is just so goddamn expensive. But I need them to be high. So where's your current capital right now? It's in the southern province. So we can take the northern area here pretty easily still. Again, so... we have about 13 years. About 13 years to try to civilize. As you can tell, we're at 35%. And then after this, we've got to look at how the point value is. Like, which of these are actually like the most cost efficient? I'm not too sure. Let's say land reform is, I think, 10,000 for 10%. But these ones are like 6,000 for 5%. So you can tell that this is just worse in terms of actually getting our way towards civilization. We're at 50%, so we're actually more civilized, about the same civilization as Persia is at the moment. Absolutely change the national value. Autocracy, equality, liberty, or productivity. Also slightly more conservative. Quality, mobilization speed, more likely to be slightly social. Who gives me more research bonus points? Immigration, mobilization speed. Assimilation rate would be nice. Militancy going down would also be quite good. Assimilation rate plus 10%. Autocracy. Just for ruling party support, but I don't really care about that too much. We're going for equality because I think that should boost things up. Research support modifier goes down by 1% for 10 years. But I think that's okay. I think that's fine. We also have all of our cores except for the territory over here in Dahomey. And when does our CB, or what's our truce to do expire? It expires in 71. The Second American Civil War is happening. I don't think the Confederates, they have 11 brigades against 45. I don't think they're going to win the second time around. Oh yeah, I forgot we were at war with you as well, but it doesn't matter at all. Like, not even in the slightest. So what can we do in 13 years? It's a great question. The Liberals have lost points, but I think that should change afterwards. Yeah, so you're 6,300 for 5%, which is not great. You are 10,000. You're about 10,000 for 10%, so you're basically 1,000 per percent. You are 12,000 for 15%, so currency reform is better. These two are the best so far. Financial and currency reform, 15%, 15% is better because they give you more value than the other ones. You are 10%, so you're actually worse. You're 15% for 16, so you're also slightly worse. 20 for 18, slightly better. 25% for 20,000. So, financial currency reforms, industrial, like, these four are the best ones in terms of point value to westernization points. But that's all that matters. Anything else is just meaningless, more or less. Also, Peru Bolivia still exists. Colombia has actually expanded into Ecuador, which is a very weird situation. Canada now exists, not a huge surprise. Germany still is not formed quite yet, but I'm sure they will get there soon enough. Anything else too crazy happen? Not that, I mean, you got this weird nastiness over here in Vietnam. But other than that, nothing too strange has happened so far, I would say. It's all about what you would expect, I would say. Other than Peru, Bolivia, of course, that's a little bit strange. Swedish War of Frisian Freedom. So they're at war with Denmark over liberating an island, I guess. But taking over this northern state from Sokoto is going to be important. Get the research points. Like, we need it so much. The reactionaries are, like, they're actually, like, not that strong. They're actually weaker than they've ever been in the past. National confusion, it lasts for 10 years. Slave the serfs. I don't know if these do anything. Like, it kind of sucks. Hope maybe when we westernize, we'll get some more decisions, but I'm kind of doubting it. Like, our whole point existing as a country is just to be annexed by some Western power, France or Britain. And we're looking like that might be the case in about 11, 12, 13 years. Because I'm looking at this. We're getting 4.83. I mean, we gained 10% because we don't have tradition anymore as our focus. But it's still going to be difficult. Like, getting up to single currency would be nice. That's a 25%. International debt's 35%. Reform? I don't know if it's 35% on top of this, because if that's the case, then we just need to do those two. I don't have any money. I mean, I guess I have $18,000 actually, but yeah, and it's these two that are the best. I mean, getting a rail network would be nice, but it's slightly more expensive for less points overall. Like 15 plus 25 is 40%. Financial reform and then international debt would get us there. So let's see. Let's do some more quick math while we are here. So again, we are at 12. Oh, what is this? Okay, so it's 12,750 minus our current about 4550 divided by 4.87 over 365. So it's gonna take about 4.5 years still at our current rate to get these upgraded. Sweden wants military access? Sure, Sweden. I don't care at all. But that's, that's still quite a ways away. Still quite a ways away. And then on top of that, we would still need to do international debt. And I have no idea how much that costs. I'm assuming it's probably worth it to get the 35% bonus. No matter what, unless it costs like 35,000 points. But even then, actually, that would still be worth it overall, because that still would be like one of the best ratios. And well, allow us to win immediately. So we have a lot of money. I'm going to crank up our education spending at least up to $65 a day. We're going to be losing a little bit of money, but there's not much we can do about that. The Treaty of Frankfurt. So does Germany now exist? Yes, it does. No wars are happening right now. Russia's looking quite big. Germany's looking quite strong. Who are the world leaders right now? UK, Germany, France. Not a huge surprise. You are, yeah, Hudson Bay Company. Russia still owns Alaska, actually. So we'll see if they actually ever sell that. There's a chance they won't. And Peru, Bolivia is now one big boy country. Will it might declare war on Colombia. I wouldn't be surprised by that. And we're also getting very, very close for another war of Sokoto. I mean, they've allied their way with Benin, which is a little bit disappointing. Actually, when's our CB expire? 71. So next year we'll be able to attack them again. Like, I don't want Benin to get involved, though. Like, Benin... I mean, they're 18,000 men. They will lose to Oyo if Oyo decided to join in the war as well. They're also still allied to this guy, but he literally doesn't matter in the slightest. So the homie's in the sphere of the French, so basically we're not going to be able to attack the homie anymore. That's just an impossibility, and it's never going to happen. The liberals have gone up slightly. Would it be worthwhile for me to bolster liberal support? Does that change people towards liberalism, or does it just make them loyal to the Liberal Party? Because those are two different things. African mines and farms. I'm surprised I can do this. Maybe, I guess I am in Africa. Western influence. Trade restrictions. I mean, most of these things I think are fine. I'm not too, yes, always lose militancy. I think it's always the best of the two options there. We only have 9 divisions right now. Can I train on more troops? I can. So see if we can train these guys up, if they can actually get all their supplies. Yeah, basically just let the Westerners do whatever the hell they want. I just prefer not to be in a situation where we need to worry about a lot of things. So we're slowly getting our small arms to canned food. We can't just fight a war against, like, when's it expire? November. So a few more months. A few more months, and then hopefully we can actually do the invasion. We can do some of this other basic stuff, but again, we're waiting for that 12,000. We're more than halfway there, which I would say is pretty good. Yeah, and at some point, I would like to annex everybody in the region eventually, but I have a feeling that most of this is going to get taken up by the Europeans. And again, hopefully that I do not. But we'll see. Because what's likely to happen, because I don't like, we're at the size where we might just be too big to annex in one war through the casus belli that we get. I'm not going to attack the Portuguese. I think that doesn't make any sense. Britain, you will not ally with me, unfortunately. But I might be too big to annex in a single war. And if that's the case, then I'm more or less just going to surrender to every single European power as soon as they want to take one state from me, because if I can survive and become a westernized power, I can always strike back eventually, right? Eventually. I mean, it's going to be difficult, because I'm going to be starting at such a disadvantage. Like, you're on Tech 13, the British are on Tech 13, I am currently on an amazing... definitely not attacking the British. I'm on an amazing Tech 1. So any war right now would go terribly for me. Like, Japan's on Tech 6, and they westernized about 10 years ago. So yeah, and you're not worth it. It's not worth it at all. How much does the international debt cost in terms of economic reform? I have no idea. Again, I guess it's something I can look up. There's nothing really stopping me. Vic to Echo or what Western approaches. Yeah, extra 2% research points, absolutely. Foreign the military, yeah, why not? I'm not gonna say no. Yes, keep on letting the Westerners trade in. That's okay. We're almost to the point where we can get the next research. Vic to international debt westernization. And we'll see how much that actually cost. Because it might be worthwhile to take it. 10,000. You are 2650. Keep on lowering the militancy, because I think militancy is always generally the worst one. Let's start fabricating our CB. And hopefully we don't get discovered too early. Hopefully we don't get discovered at all, but I kind of doubt that. Yeah, okay, got 8.6 infamy. You know what? Not the worst in the world. Not the worst. But I think it's going to be a good time to end this episode. So thank you for watching. My name is Van If you enjoyed, remember to thumbs up. If you're not enjoying, you can always thumbs down. If you want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.